Good evening, gentle listeners. How are we all doing? Welcome to another episode of Tricogha Nights, brought to you by Component Cast. As always, though, before we get started, we have a few things that we need to cover, and one very special thing we need to cover tonight. Without further ado, I think I'm going to go straight to that, but for those of you who are waiting on news about it, here is a little surprise. So as you can see, yeah, there's some things to just be a little bit hyped for. Coming up as of next week, that is right, we are going to be back with the Elendor Chronicles Season 2. So our Monday show is restarting. And yeah, I am very, very excited for it.
This is hot off the presses, ladies and gentlemen, because I didn't even know we were coming back next week, and I'm in the game.
No, you did. Yes, you did.
No, I didn't.
There was an announcement about that like 2 weeks ago.
I doubt it.
But anyway, yeah.
Hold on a
So
second.
very excited about that. But that aside, what are we doing tonight, guys? Oh, he's on the phone. Well,
Roach is
okay,
being
I'll cover it.
right now.
Tonight we are playing a game called Urban Jungle by Sanguine Productions. As always, and forever, this seems to be on discount on DriveThruRPG. You can get it on DriveThruRPG. It is an anthropomorphic film noir game from the creators of other anthropomorphic games. The full list of what games?
A full list I will get to. Sorry, that was in a verified number, but apparently it was also still a robocall. So so they're getting smarter.
So you're telling me the robots are learning?
Damn it! It's happening.
Apparently they got, or somehow they got a hold of a verified number in my area code. So who knows? Sanguine Productions makes other games such as the RPGs Iron Claw, Bleeding Edge, and the Cardinal game system that are all also available on their DriveThruRPG page. Did you mention the fact that it's on a forever discount? And if you get both the digital and physical copy, it's like 25 or it's like 75% off the final cost. Like it's amazing.
Stupid.
Yeah. That's it. I have nothing else. It's been the same message.
I'm also promoting. I'm promoting the Elendor. Mikey, who is our artist for this show?
Our artist is the fantastic as always. 7. Their Twitter is www.twitter.com/NINEKI99. So be sure to let them know that the Component Cast sent you, and if you want to check them out, there is a link in the chat.
I think I spelled air wrong.
Where? In the trailer?
No, on the Twitter post.
Oh.
Too late now. It's already public.
No, it's not too late. I can remove it and redo it.
Well, you just said it on stream, so no.
Yeah, you really can't.
No,
I'm not going to let you.
Yeah, that's
Wait,
forever.
how is air spelled?
That's the right air.
Oh, okay, no, I did get it right.
Are you talking about air as in you breathe or air as the place?
The throne.
Air as into the throne.
Yeah, H-E-I-R. That's right.
Oh, bugger. I didn't even choose that one.
Yeah.
So, Midge, you're all right. You're good.
I'm good.
Don't worry
I'm
about
good.
it. You're good.
Thank
You're
God.
good.
Thank God. Okay, cool. All that aside,
Alright.
let's get on with tonight's broadcast, shall we?
Right. So last. Tricogha. It's a city of dreams, they say. They might have even been right once upon a time. But now, it's a rotting, corrupt corpse on a hill. When the nation went dry, a few saw the potential, saw the money that was waiting for them. Now, you can't go a block without passing a speakeasy, even if you can't see it. And you'd be surprised just how many upstanding citizens you'll find at a table with a glass in their hands. These can't help but want money or power. Problem is when both of those mix away from the light of the law. Corruption, exploitation, and murder. It's all just another night in Tricogha. Okay. Welcome back. And to go over this, so last week we had quite a session, lots of scouting ahead, planning, a tense meeting between two old friends in the form of Roman and his old friend / apprentice in the form of Patrick Muldoon. Just a generally interesting session. We ended it off with a bit of a kerfuffle, but before we actually go on to that, we're going to go to the other half of the party who is split off from them and is in the center of the city. So let me just open the map here. And we'll get back to what happens at the airfield later. Let me just get the music going. So, Roman, Lena, and Harry, you three decided you were going to try and, I guess, infiltrate the mayor's office or home. I'm not sure which one you decided on specifically, or both.
Office.
Yeah. While he was not there, and at the event at the airfield where the rest of the party is currently going through some things. So, it's the middle of the day. You're in the center of the city. What are you doing?
Were we
Well-
discussing about sneaking in as like workers? Like I was going to be a cleaner.
You were going to be a cleaner. I was going to go in as a secretary. Roman was there as kind of backup, but might be another plan for him. But before I go, I just wanted to sort of put this on. Lena is going to cover her white patch and just sort of put some makeup on to sort of make it a bit more brown. She's got a white patch over her eye.
Yeah, no, I know that. Not sure what role that would be, or if there'd be any. I guess there really wouldn't be. It would be more. Yeah, no, it'd just be a check on that. Okay. Yeah, no, you do so. I'm going to assume that's something that is available in this world.
I would assume there's like fur dyes and things like that, but because there was hair dyes for sure. So Lena's gonna go in, using the map that the Alderman drew, sort of walking like she belongs there, which she's pretty good at.
Yeah. Okay. And what's the rest of the party doing?
I'm just sitting outside.
Right.
I'm there as muscle in case I'm needed, but I don't know why I'd be needed. I've got 2 crack criminals with me. I mean, crack tea leaves with me.
Yeah.
Want to make sure Harry feels at home.
What's Harry doing?
Well, I'm sneaking in, aren't I?
Okay. And how
I need to get myself. I need to get myself a set of overalls, though. We get confirmed. Like that's what the cleaners would wear. So I'm gonna go acquire those in whatever way I need.
Okay. I'll assume that we did that during the planning stages when you were
Okay.
thinking everything up.
Then I'm going to just. Well, I'll be waiting until like the night shift. Try and make my way in at the night shift.
Okay. So, Lena, you're dressed in non, I guess, what would you say, like a just nice but not flashy
Yeah.
secretary outfit,
Smart but very
subdued.
subdued. And she's got her purse on her, which definitely includes some lockpicks. And like I say, she's just going to head up towards the office, sort of have a look around whilst looking for maybe a bathroom or something. See who's around, who's sort of keeping an eye on things, and then make a decision from there.
Right. Okay. So, since you're trying not to be observed, you're trying to be sneaky in a way, I'm going to want you to roll. Ooh, that's the question. Not really speed, so I think it'd probably be... Yeah, mind evasion. Two successes. Okay. 2 successes. 2 ones. Yeah. So, Lena, you head up through the front door of the city hall, which is, as we established before, is kind of like not an office building, but a large building that's specifically been constructed for this. It's not an old structure, special purpose. It very much looks like it was built during this era, Art Deco, windows and designs, that kind of thing. So very, very modern for this period. And it's not quiet, so you don't have a lot of trouble getting through the initial kind of lobby area because you look like you belong there. You are smart enough to know how to do that convincingly enough. You don't like hesitate and like ask somebody where something is or anything like that. You look like you belong there. So where are you going first, like specifically?
So it depends. So the Alderman drew us a map, sort of, it last session. So basically, I want to head to the floor with the mayor's office on it.
Mm-hmm.
Do a sort of circuit round, see how many people there are, see if he's got, you see if sort of anyone's else guards as well, and then she'll make a decision from that point.
Okay. I'll say... I don't know if I had you roll for this previous session. Jack, could you make a mind observation check to see how good your map was? And Mike, I didn't hear what you said because you were muted.
Oh, me.
I was asking which Jack, because there's 2 Jacks here.
Right, sorry. Alderman Jack.
Oh, fine. We don't have to use my 2 successes then. Great.
Well, you weren't the one who drew the map.
What am I? What do you want from me?
Mind ops. Mind observation.
Really? Would it be Okay. Well, we're not getting any successes here because I only have a D4.
Well,
here.
it wouldn't be craft because it's more about what you remember of the.
Then would it be academics?
No, because you're not doing anything academic here. You're just remembering a layout of a structure you've been in. So it'd be an observation.
No successes.
Okay. No successes. You get to the right floor. Yeah, and just for reference, because we just said this before, when I say Jack, I mean the Alderman, and when Roman is Roman. That's yeah.
Jack.
Insert meme here. Roman is Roman.
Roman is Roman.
Jack. Jack.
So, Lena, you get to the correct floor, you think, or at least indicated by the map, best you can figure out. It's fairly like back of a napkin, like quality drawn. Like it's not. Yeah, there's no indication of north on it. You're kind of guessing some orientation, but you think you get to the correct floor from what you can glean from it.
All right, well, that doesn't stop her from sort of doing a loop around the floor. And
Okay.
then if she'll still clock the people, but she'll clock, the main office. I assume he has a lovely name tag on his door.
You believe he would. You believe he would. Just gonna go ahead and roll this. Okay. You do a circuit of the floor you're on, and you do not locate a office that says mayor or has any type of like indication that it's a mayor's office. The layout looks kind of close to the one that you've got on that you looked at your map for, but you're not getting an indication that the mayor's office is here.
Okay, so what floor did I come in? Because obviously it came in on the first floor, so I've gone up to the second.
There's a couple of floors. You went to like the third floor. There's a total of 4 floors in this building.
I'm going to go up one more floor. Have a look up there.
Top floor.
And how sweet.
Okay, go to the top floor. Cool. Checking. You get up to the top floor, and it's a bit less busy than the floor you were on previously. There's a bit more open space here and there. The layout looks a bit closer to the one that is indicated on your map if you kind of hold it diagonally. So you think it might be this one, you're not sure. But you begin doing your circuit around, just like walking around with purpose. Just roll a d6 for me, please. So as you're doing a circuit, a little like maybe about 5 minutes after you get up onto the top floor, you hear someone from your back right call out to you, saying, Miss.
Sorry, yes?
Yeah, hey, could you take this to Fish in Parks? And he hands out a manila envelope that has that's looks like it's been like sealed, and it's got like stamps on it. It looks like an official document.
Yes, I can.
Thanks. So you now have, you can write down in your inventory, you now have a government document for a Mr. Fish in Parks.
Is that Parks and Recreation? Maybe.
Is that featured in FISHE?
I want to
No,
know
it's
what
Fish.
creature he is.
Fish.
He's 100% a badger. Don't even lie.
No, it's FIEEH. Fish.
Badger, 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 badger. La la.
So that happens. And near the end of your circuit, you do find a office in the center of the layout. As you were told, the mayor has a centralized office instead of a corner or a side office that is labeled mayor. Is labeled as the mayor's office. There is a desk outside that a secretary is sitting at, who is probably his secretary and or assistant. She is typing up on a typewriter, got like a big stack of papers, and there doesn't seem to be a lot of other things going on in the center. Like if I was to describe it, there's a hallway, and then there's a bit of space that goes bows out into like it's like a quasi lobby outside of the mayor's office, so it's not directly in the hallway, but that's kind of it. There's not a lot of other there's no offices to either side, but a couple like down the hallway on either side, like on the opposite wall. So not a lot going on out here. What'd you like to do?
What time is it?
It's probably close to noonish.
So almost lunchtime.
Near there, yeah.
And she's the only one that's sort of around the mayor's office part.
Currently, yes.
Is there a bathroom on this level?
Yeah, there would be, yeah.
Where is it in relation to the office?
It probably be near the entrance to the floor, by the elevators.
Okay, and if she does have a quick look around, there's no access into the roof space from here, is there?
No, not that you can see. At least not in the public areas.
Okay. She's gonna to wait quietly, basically she's going to do what she's been doing before, but between floors, so it looks like she's busy, possibly go and find Fish and Parks, and then at about 10 to 12 head to the bathroom on the fourth floor, wait for the lunch hour.
Okay, so just kind of piddle around for a bit until near lunch, and then hide until hide,
and then she'll use that opportunity to sort of, once the secretary's on lunch, and obviously she'll check that beforehand, get into the office.
I'd assume so, because it'd be in the eye line of you. This isn't Skyrim, so you can't just like crouch behind the stack of papers and pick the lock.
No, I mean, she's good. She's dumb.
Not that good.
No one is.
Yeah. You're not Vax. So, go ahead and give me
Max
just
can't
another.
get past doors.
Go ahead and give me just another mind evasion check. Just for your time, trying to waste time. 2 again. Okay. Okay. So you just kind of start wandering a bit, looking at, like, as you have purpose. I'm going to say, because you at least got some successes, you do manage. You do remember where you were given that document in the hallway, and you avoid that area of the floor, so you're not seen again by that person, at least not easily. Go between the floors, just kind of being mobile, not sticking in one place too long. And that does help quite a bit. There are individuals that are going back and forth between various departments, carrying documents and the like. So nobody pays you too much mind. It starts getting close to noon, where you double back up top floor and get into the bathroom, and you're trying to, what are you trying to do? Just lock a stall, or just get in a stall and wait until?
Yeah, because that's a valid thing for a girl.
Okay, I'm not going to make you roll for that, because yes, that's totally fine. You wait until what you think is a little bit past the noon lunch hour starts, and you head back out. So check something here. Okay. And double back to where the mayor's office is. When you get there, you do not see the secretary at the desk. And you don't see anybody in the hallway, at least as far as you can tell, right now.
Take my chance. Get through the door into the mayor's office.
Okay. This will require a... Just trying to think. That's gonna... The lock picking's not a skill, so... What would lock picking be? It's definitely gonna be a mind check. Would it be sleight of hand, though? I think it might be sleight.
Actually,
that would be a speed deceit check then.
Is the secretary's desk unlocked? Because she might have a key.
You can give it a shot. You can check, search.
I'll do a quick check on there.
Okay. You check through. Some of the drawers are locked, but the top like drawer that's right under like the main body of the desk slides out, and you do see a key.
Can I try it?
Sure, you can pick it up, go over to the door and slide the key in. It does seem to fit. And when you turn it, you do hear a slight click as the door is no longer locked. So
Okay.
all
Slip
right,
in. Lock the door behind me. Take
right,
the key, lock the door behind me.
got it.
And I would have closed the drawer before I...
All right, got it. So you enter into the office. You lock the door behind you, and what you see is it's an enclosed office. There are no windows on any side. There is the frosted glass to either side of the door, but that's totally opaque. It's not translucent, so you can't see through it except for like if there was a shadow or something like cast upon it. The office itself, the best way to describe it, it's like how would you describe it? Like a slightly more opulent high school football coach like office, like just in terms of like it's there's a lot of like tat on the shelves and like a couple of pictures here and there, a couple of reference books, little like sitting couch on the opposite side, and just like a fairly mundane desk with a looks like a nice like chair behind it.
Right. First things, I'm going to give myself 15 minutes in here. That's it. If I don't find anything, I'm out.
Right.
Then, going to do... Is there filing cabinets or just the desk?
There is a small filing cabinet behind the chair.
Any other storage?
Other than the bookshelves, no.
And the office is enclosed and it's... Does it look smaller on the inside?
It wasn't standalone, is the thing. So
Okay.
you don't know what its footprint would be. Are you trying to ask if there's a Dr. Evil like sliding bookcase or something?
Basically, yeah. I want to know if there's like could be hidden safes or hidden bookshelves or anything.
You wouldn't be able to tell from what you saw outside. Like that's not a. It wasn't like a. There was a lot of dead space at either side, but that could have also just been the structure of the building.
Okay, so I'm going to spend 2 minutes going around the walls, seeing if there's anything hidden behind any of the pictures. 5 minutes on the bookshelf. 5 minutes on the desk. No, 3 minutes on the desk. 5 minutes in the filing cabinet. I'm looking for anything relating to Turner, relating to purchases of boats, relating to purchases of warehouses, and anything.
Shady.
Anything shady, but also anything sort of around the events of the last month.
Got it. Okay, well, for the first checking the walls, go ahead and give me a mind observation check, or give me a speed observation check, because now you're trying to be speedy. Two successes. Okay. You go around checking the walls, and you there's not a lot of pictures on here, mostly just wallpaper. So there's a lot of bare walls here and there, but you do like check behind the few pictures that are there, and most of them are fairly like expectant, like what you expect. Just you know, a picture of him in front of like a group of individuals, and it looks like a college, like, or a university photo. One of him in front of like a business shaking hands with somebody, and it looks like maybe he was an owner or something, but there's nothing behind them, and you are cognizant enough to make sure that you get the pictures correctly lined up And for the one that wasn't lined up, you put it back in the same slightly cocked position that you had it in. The next one is checking you went for the desk, right? You're on checking the desk.
Next.
Bookshelves. Okay, go ahead and give me a similar check. Okay. So you check the bookshelves. Now these aren't overly filled. This isn't a library. It's like I said, it's about half and half books, and then random, like, you wouldn't necessarily call them knickknacks, but maybe things that mean something to the individual, like just like kind of here and there, like a baseball that looks to have been signed by somebody that Lena would not know, and that kind of stuff.
Babe Ruth.
Just a bore. Just a bore.
Yeah. What kind of a name is Babe?
Yeah.
Good one for a pick.
Great one for a pick.
Yeah. You check the books. Don't jump out at you. For the most part, they seem to be a couple of reference books here and there about things like building codes. A couple, it looks like to be like autobiographies of some. You're not sure who. Maybe some. They're definitely American names, from what you can tell. Here and there, a couple of photo albums that look to have been like he's got a high school photo album and a university album, things like that. Nothing super out of the ordinary, but you do, as you're just checking by like sliding a book out slightly and then putting it back, just checking to see the weight and if they're catched on anything. One of them feels not as, the weight doesn't match the heft of the book from what you'd expect, and you slide it out very slowly and it doesn't catch on anything, but when you hold it, it's a very large like, what's the word for it, filigreed on the sides, kind of like, this is like a collector's piece, it looks like from the outside, Bible. But when you open up the front cover, it is an empty book. It has a false space on the inside of it as a cover.
Is it booze?
No, there are a couple of different things in here. One, there are about 5 cigars that look to be very high quality with a nice like a Zippo-like lighter, but it's monogrammed and it's like very fancy. Like it's a very fancy lighter. If you look closer at it, it has just some names here and there, like engraved on the bottom, and it looks to be they have the same surname as himself, as the mayor, so maybe a family thing that's in there. And behind that, there are a couple of papers that are in the book. Open those up. Looks to be a couple of deeds to land, though 2 of them aren't local. They don't have a Tricogha city seal on the deed. They have a seal from what looks to be somewhere down south. So he owns some land somewhere in North Texas. Quite a lot of it looks like, and these are deeds to that. One of them is for land in Tricogha, and it looks to be the land, from what you can tell, from what you know of Tricogha, this looks to be leased. It looks to be farmland that he has leased to farmers around where the municipal airport is currently located. So he owns that land around the airport.
That's kind of shady. The fact that he went, oh yeah, of course you can build the airport on my land.
So those are the papers that you see. Just gonna go ahead and roll a d6 for me just on this one, because this would be totally luck if you would spot this one. This had nothing to do with anything else. Okay, 5. Right as you're putting everything back, the cigars aren't loose, they're wrapped. And you notice this isn't just bare packing paper or wrapping paper or anything. This is a document that the cigars are wrapped in. And it's very tight wrap. What do? Do you undo the cigars to get at the paper, or are you just taking out a whole? What are you doing?
How long have I been in there?
You haven't gone over your allotted time for the bookcases yet, but you're nearly going to do so. Because you gave yourself a allotted time for every section.
Yep, I'm going to unwrap it.
Just saw Anto.
Just La Pan pulls out the cigars. It's just like
like Arthur Morgan trying to get his dead eye up.
Just 12 packs of cigars.
Yeah. So you take the cigars. Did you say you were stealing them or unwrapping them? I'm sorry, I missed that part. You said you were taking the cigars and you are
unwrapping. You slide the cigars out and you start unwrapping the paper. And what you can see is that this isn't like a fancy document or anything like that. This seems to have been just stationery. And you can tell it was personal stationery because it does have his name and everything. Like there's like stationery this time, like fancy stationery would have things already on the paper. That way it could just be written out. And it's definitely his. And it looks to be a note that he wrote and just decided to use a scrap piece of paper. And it's a note to meet the T's downriver. And it says meet the T's downriver at the 20th, 4 o'clock. We're only on like the 8th now, but it could be April 20th.
It's we're on the 16th.
16th?
Yeah.
I'm making a mental note of that and wrapping the cigars back up to put everything back.
Okay. This one I'm definitely going to need you to make a speed craft check because you are trying to match the way that he wraps his cigars. Okay. You think you did well. So, you got that. You put everything back and then as best you can and then slide the book back into the bookshelf.
How much time have I got left?
Used up about 2 minutes of your time that you had planned for the next step, which was the desk.
Okay, so I'm going to split my... Yeah, so I've got... I'm going to split the last 6 minutes, 3 each between the desk and the filing cabinet.
Okay, give me a check for the desk. Same check you did for everything else. One. Okay. You check the desk. There's nothing that jumps out at you on the desk. He has like a couple of pens here and there that are all monogrammed. Looks to be the same design as the one he had at his home that you have one of. A bit of stationery here and there that is for the mayor's stationery. but nothing like that's actually being worked on the desk outwardly. And when you check the desk drawers, none of them budge.
That's fine. I'm not going to try and I'm not going to try and pick them. A, because it might leave a mark, and B, I'm running out of time. So I'm going to check the filing cabinet.
All right, go ahead and just give me one more check. One, okay. Top two drawers are locked, but you can open the bottom drawer. The bottom drawer is not full. It looks to be a kind of, you know, when you have a filing cabinet or you have a storage drawer, there's always a drawer that's there for transient works, things that aren't there for a long period of time. You just put them in there for a short period. This looks to be that drawer. There is just a mess of papers, few envelopes here and there, and that's about it. Do you spend time reading them, or what are you doing?
Where am I with my 15 minutes?
You have 2 minutes left.
I'm going to spend 1 minute 30 seconds reading what I can.
Okay. Looking through, a lot of the envelopes are sealed, and they seem to be some sort of official mayor correspondence that he has not actually sent out yet. They've been placed in there haphazardly. There are a few papers that look to be memos for other departments about things that need to be checked out, such as some inspections of bridges and a new opening of a shopping center somewhere in the southern part of the city that the mayor kind of wants to be at for some photo opportunities, press conference to talk about the rising crime in the city that has to be scheduled, and the police chief has to be available for stuff like that. Nothing that's too outwardly like jumps out at you when you're reading. A lot of just what you'd expect a mayor would have to keep in mind or like make memos on.
Okay, so once she's done that, put everything back as she found it, go to the door, listen, make sure no one's out there, open the door, put the key back, lock it behind her, put the key back.
Okay. Go ahead and give me a mind observation check as you try and listen.
One, do I use luck?
I don't know. You have to say what you're doing before.
I'll use luck on the 2 observation dice.
Okay. Three. Okay, cool. I also realized, by the way, Mikey, Laurence, you could have, if you had chosen to, but it's already been a week, you could have chosen to do luck.
I don't have luck.
And
Only I have luck.
It's
It's
you could have used your,
It's a
yeah,
funny
you could have
thing
used
for
your.
her.
That's
The
true. You
bodyguard
could have
doesn't
used
let
your
me swap out.
personality to try.
I asked you to use my personality, and you said no.
Yeah, you're right.
You did.
Yeah.
So don't lie to me, Roach. Piece of
I thought there was one way you could do one reroll for it. I think that is the personality, yeah. Either way, you listen with your bunny ears, and you do not hear anything outside it sounds close to the door. Out, shut the door, lock it, put the key back in, and leave. And luckily for you, nobody notices you, and you pass the secretary on the way to the elevator as she is on her way back from a short lunch on the other side of the road. What do you want to do with now?
Go find Roman outside.
Gonna go find Roman. Cool. Question. Where is Roman posted up?
This is City Hall, right?
Well, it's the same place you were at yesterday.
This is City Hall, right?
Yeah.
Right. So there's a like plaza benches thing outside.
A few, yeah. This is an American city hall, so they're not necessarily that nice.
Some parts on there on the paper.
Okay, cool. And where is Harry?
Well, obviously, this was during the daytime, wasn't it? Well, they're just done.
Yeah, it's just the afternoon right now.
So I'd be waiting about outside as well. Or no, I wouldn't be. That would be too fucking obvious. So I'd be hanging back at the place until night time. Right, okay, the boss's place.
Okay, cool. So we're gonna move over to Harry. You said you're at the boss's place, waiting for nighttime. Go ahead and make a mind observation check.
Twice success.
2 successes. Okay, cool. The house is never fully quiet. There's a staff that works during the day, and at night there's, people that live here. So it's never totally empty. So for a second, you don't notice a new sound, and that's of the back door opening when the kitchen staff shouldn't be here until at least a few hours from now.
I'm going to investigate that.
Okay. So you head... I guess it's on the same floor. I guess we established that you and Roman and Laurence were all on the ground floor. So you head over and kind of crane your neck down, looking at the hall that goes to the kitchen. Go ahead and make a speed evasion check for just seeing how stealthy you are.
Yes.
Okay, cool. 2 successes.
How stealthy are you? Yes.
Yes. So you're fairly quick. You crane your neck out, get a lay of the area, and then pull back. There is a door between you and the kitchen itself, but it is one of those doors that has a slight window in it so that kitchen staff know if there's somebody on the other side when they're taking like a tray or the like to the dinner table, so they don't ram into people or spill everything. And you see 2 bodies in the kitchen. Neither of them look to be the size of the cat that is the chef for the mayor. They look to be a bit bigger.
What are they dressed in?
Pretty nondescript clothing, just like general normal, not black obviously, but earth tone gray and brown suits.
I'm going to check over the body, see what else I can find on.
Okay, make a mind observation check.
And if anyone catches me, I can just go, I'm trying to help them. Give me some help here for CPR. Two success.
Okay. Well, you see, they are. One of them You don't recognize immediately because their backs to you, but as they turn and a hushed conversation is shared between the two of them, you do notice one of them that's wearing the gray suit is a bat who has like their long ears off to the side, so you do recognize them. So more so larger in surface area than the cat that is the chef, but a bit spindlier. And the other one being a quite tall and large tiger, but of a normal or of the more common Bengal or like striped kind, unlike the Alderman. They are talking to each other in hushed tones, and they look to be starting their way towards the door that you were like kind of spying through. What do you do?
Can I very quickly see any hiding spots where I am?
Go ahead and make a speed observation check, because now you're trying to do it quickly.
2 success.
2 successes. There's a couple of different places that you could hide from. Not a lot where you could also see from. There's a laundry chute that has a little dumb wait, like a little little elevator, mini elevator. Dumb waiter. There we go. Next to you, like in the hallway, there are definitely a few rooms and closets here and there, and you could like go upstairs if you needed to. So there are options. Depends on how you want to, like, which one you want to, like, how close you want to be for observation purposes and spying purposes. Further you're away, the harder it'll be, but the harder it'll be for them to spy you.
Let's go with, well, I don't want to be too close. I assume the closet's going to be the balance of both, right?
Yeah.
The laundry chute is going to be the closest. The closet's going to be the next one, and then upstairs will be obviously further away. So we'll go with the balance of both. We'll go with closet.
Closet, okay. You dash over across the hallway and enter into the closet door, and you're closing it all the way and you're just kind of listening through the door. Okay. So you close the door right in time for you when the door is closed, just very quietly latch it. You hear the swinging door of the kitchen creak slightly as it opens, and at least one individual heavyweight kind of settling on floorboards as they walk down the hallway. Give me a mind observation check for listening. Through the doorway.
2.
Okay. No names are exchanged, but you do hear what you assume to be the bat, as they have a slightly higher register voice than the other, which is a bit deeper. Come into a range of your hearing, like in mid-conversation. So is it upstairs or downstairs? Think it's supposed to be upstairs. They're not supposed to be here, so we got time. As they pass by you. You check upstairs. I'll stay downstairs and see if we can find anything. Then you hear the less weighty individual start climbing up the stairs, and the more weighty one staying down and kind of rounding a corner towards the kind of sitting room on the first floor. What do you do?
Well, first of all, I'm going to wait for him to round the corner. Then I'm going to look at my options for sneaking in upstairs after the other guy. I don't want to do a big tiger.
Okay. So you wait till they get a little further away from you, and then you open the door and kind of come out slightly. You hear the individual above you going across towards the mayor's office at the end of a hallway. There's not a lot of cover down that way, But there is a door between the office and the stairwell when it's closed. There's also a bathroom up there, as well as a few bedrooms. What do you want to do?
Do I have a general? Sorry?
In City Hall.
No.
No, I'm in the mayor's house.
Oh, you're in the mayor's house. Sorry, I was wondering.
No, you're not in the mayor's house. You're in the alderman's house.
Oh, the alderman's house.
you
Oh,
said
yes.
the
No,
mayor's
you're
office.
right. I was getting confused when you were talking about the mayor's office there.
Yeah, no, he's in the alderman's house waiting for night when he was supposed to infiltrate the...
So you just said mayor's office is a mistake then?
No, I said the office. Yeah.
No, you said
Yeah,
the
no,
mayor's
you
office.
said mayor's office. Yeah.
Okay, yeah. Alderman's office.
Thank you.
Sorry.
I'm going to make my way to, like, see if I can slink up to, like, a nearby bedroom. I'm assuming he's gone towards the office.
Yes, that part was correct. He did start going towards the alderman's office. That's where he...
I want to head towards a bedroom.
Okay. So this is going to be a stealth check. That's going to be... Oh, you're sneaking. It's going to be a high DC because you're not that far away. Yeah, go ahead and give me a speed evasion check.
I would like to leverage my gift of stealth.
Okay. You gift of stealth?
I have stealth as a gift.
Oh, okay. Then yeah, you can weigh that. That definitely would work.
So I do speed, evasion, stealth, right?
Yeah. Two successes. All right. You begin climbing your way up the stairs, not too quickly, trying to stay off that a few of those louder steps. And you can hear the bat has entered the alderman's office, and you're not sure if the door's closed or not, but you can hear a rustling in there. And you crest the stairwell, check down, and you do not see them through the door frame. So you then kind of quickly dash, like at a low dash across, and open a door to one of the guest rooms that's near the staircase. So what would you like to do?
Can I hear him from here?
You wouldn't be the easiest, but it's not out of the realm of possibility. But going closer would incur higher difficulty stealth checks. This is an old style house where it's not super quiet. Like, floorboards are kind of loose, that kind of stuff.
The problem is, are these mobsters or are these cops that are broken in when they haven't got a warrant? That's the question. I mean, they might have a warrant, but they've not been flashing it about.
Yeah, it's an excellent question.
Either way, Fifth Amendment rights.
I don't think the mobsters care about this.
No, but if you do kill him, you're defending my home. What was that? Second
Harry doesn't
Amendment.
have a
Second
gun.
Amendment. Second Amendment.
Or does he
right.
have a...
Harry has a gun.
Oh yeah, you bought a gun. You're right.
Yes,
You bought a gun. Yeah.
Not that I'm very good with it, but
Besides, there's probably a few stashed around since we bought a load.
yeah.
He's got one of them.
I
It's
know
just
that.
out of the box.
I know that in
Going
my room
to-
there's a Tommy gun and a shotgun. So
I'm going to toss a coin on a decision. Hold on a sec.
Oh, I thought you meant toss a coin. You're trying to distract.
No.
Like a
I'm-
video, like Battlefield 1, where you're throwing
Oh,
bullet
what was that
casings to
noise?
get people.
yeah.
Metal Gear
What?
Solid style. Huh? What was that noise? Huh? No, I'm going to.
Guess it was nothing.
Yeah. I'm going to.
No, that would be Elder Scrolls when they walk right up and they're right in your face, and because you're in stealth, they go, "Ah, I guess it was nothing."
I was thinking a thief. When you went up in the darkness and there's just a stupid guard with a bludgeon just chased you and it was like, oh. So, what are you doing, Harry?
I'm going to attempt to sneak forward and get the jump on the guy. I'm going to pull out the gun and sneak up on him and see if I can get the jump on him.
Okay. All right. Yeah, Harry has handled firearms before. It's been a while, but okay. So yeah, you get the gun out. And still got the brown paper on it. Essentially, you bought it like yesterday.
Keep it in the paper bag.
Yeah, it's still in the bag. Yeah, no. Well, no, it still has the gun oil that they put on it, like that.
Price tag around the handle.
Yeah, around the trigger. So go ahead and give me a stealth check. Another one, because I think stealth you can weigh.
It's only luck that is a one-time thing.
Yeah, so you
balance.
weigh that.
Otherwise, it'd be broken.
Yeah,
Yes.
otherwise we'd all have it right now.
There's 3, isn't it? 3 successes.
That is 3 successes. You are correct. You
Oh.
are correct. Just give me 1 second here. Okay. You come out of the room slightly, like you're at like a half crouch, slowly, gun in front of you. You hear in front of you rustling. It's like somebody's going through items, like you're like sliding up a book on a shelf and like the flipping of pages quickly and then putting it back on the shelf, that kind of thing. And you get to, I'm gonna say probably it'd probably be the mayor's room at this point. It
Mayor?
would be not mayor.
Alderman.
Alderman, soon to be mayor. If everything goes well.
Beat me on that one. You beat me on that one. I was about to jump all over him.
Yeah. The alderman's room. I hope the mayor doesn't have a room in this house, because that would be weird. So you get to the alderman's room, which I can say is probably not the closest room, but it would be a fairly most of the way towards the office, and kind of sneak in slightly there. What do you do now? Are you trying to listen, or are you gonna sneak closer in? Are you putting him at gunpoint? What's the plan here?
Oh yeah, that was the plan, was to put him at gunpoint.
Put him at gunpoint? Oh, okay. I thought you said you were trying to get closer to the area.
No, I said I was going to go get the drop on him.
Get the drop. Okay. So,
Those were my exact words.
right. So I think the Discord screw up earlier has thrown a lot of
Throwing a lot of cogs in the wheel.
yeah, it hit my rhythm quite hard. So yeah, you continue forward past the alderman's room, and you get to the entrance of the office. And you're right off to the side of it. Come on in, and you can see this bat has. If he started as close to the door as possible, he's gotten maybe halfway through the books in the bookshelves that the alderman has in his office, and he looks to be quickly checking the books, like sliding them out, looking around them, if like every so often like taking one off the shelf and like flipping through the pages, putting it through, like that kind of stuff. And they have their back to you.
I'm going to cock the hammer, and at that point, I think we should go on break.
Yeah.
Okay. So join us in 5 to 10 minutes time, where we will see if someone else is about to hit the floor, at like the end of last session. So use this time, do a stretch, grab yourselves a drink, and we will see you in a moment. We are back.
Sorry, I don't know why. I just feel that half-hour break before we were supposed to start really threw me the hell off.
Yeah, blame Discord and its API issues.
Discord.
For only you, I was fine the whole time.
Yeah, for you though, it meant all of us.
Yeah.
Because it was a UK British Isles wide outage.
Yep. Although saying that, there were some American users that were reporting problems as well. Because I logged back into my Eve servers on Discord, and some of them were saying, "Oh, we're back," and they're US time zone players.
Touche.
All right. So we ended it off with a cliffhanger.
Mm-hmm.
Our fox of the party cocked back the hammer of a service pistol, which functionally does nothing.
I wanted it to be a film noir style, you know, cock the hammer so the guy can hear it and turns around.
Yeah, well, that is what happens, but it functionally does nothing for the operation of the firearm. So,
Yeah, I get that.
yeah, and he's a bat, so there's almost nothing you could do that he wouldn't hear. So, except
didn't
sneak,
hear me
apparently.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's because you succeeded and he rolled shitty.
I'm one sneaky fox.
Yeah. Hammer cocks back, and this bat, midway through, kind of going through this bookshelf, stops. And it's that second where it's like, did I hear what I heard? Is that what it is? And one hand slowly goes up, and the other one, still grasping a book spine, a book by its spine, goes up. What do you do? He has his hands up. He's not facing you though, because he's not an idiot.
What are you looking for?
Who you with?
I'm asking the questions here, Sunshine. What are you going to butchers around here for?
Just looking around. Nothing in particular.
Well, it's a private office, so I've got two suspicions. You're either with the Rozzers, or you're with one of the mobsters that live around here. But you don't seem like much of a Rozzer to me. You would have told me that you're a Rozzer. You would have pulled out the warrant. So that means that you're someone I should just off right here now. So give me a good reason why I shouldn't put one in your back.
Because there's another one of us in this house that will hear that, and I have an aversion to death.
What you're basically saying here is that you know you're fucked. But I can take my chances with your friend. So, you've got an aversion to death. I've got an aversion to taking risks. So why don't you give me some information I might consider letting you live?
Right. Okay.
Who are you with?
I'm with an interested party that is not technically government related.
What's the FBI doing here?
There's no
IRS?
government.
What's the IRS? Did you not pay your taxes? Did you not
What?
pay those goddamn taxes?
What was you hoping to find? Since you're breaking and entering, you after valuables or you after something more specific?
No. We're just looking for just a little dirt.
A little
The
dirt.
plant's in the other room.
A little dirt.
Dirt's down the hole to the left.
Don't move your hands, but tell me, do you got anything in your pockets you've already taken?
No.
How close are you to that other gentleman? Is he gonna care much if I was to walk you out there with a gun pointed against you?
I would like to say yes, but cannot in good conscience say that. Let's go with yes, because that's better for me at this point.
All right. I'm going to tell you when you can turn round, and I'm going to have you walk out the door. And then we're going to go see your friend, and we're going to have you both leave. How does that sound? Do you think you'd comply?
I will.
I suppose that's a risk we're both going to have to take now, ain't it, Sunshine?
Yeah, apparently.
Because this is either going to go very well for all three of us in terms of no one getting killed, or it's going to go very badly for two of us, and I think you and I both know which two.
Yep, I know.
Alright. I'm going to move myself into position and let him... give him a route to walk out with his hands up without being too close to me whilst I hold the gun towards him. Alright, Sunshine, you can turn around and start walking your way out that door sharpish like.
Slowly turns around, this bat, and comes around, sees you. There's no hint of recognition, so either they didn't know you were a part of this or know you were supposed to be here. But definitely didn't know you were supposed to be here, but they didn't have any information. At least it doesn't seem like it. And begins walking, half step, realizes his right hand still has a book in it.
Oh yeah, just keep those hands up there and drop the book.
Just drop the book.
Drop the book, but keep your hands up. Either way, your friend's gonna know, and he's gonna see you with a gun at your back. So I don't mind him having some noise, because it's gonna get his attention. And we kind of want him to have his attention drawn now, don't we? Because it means he's got sooner chance of seeing you in this predicament, which means he's got a sooner chance of making a decision on what he's gonna do next. So drop the book.
I cannot deny that logic. Puts the and releases this law reference book that just like hits the ground, probably ruining the spine of this thing, honestly. All right, starts walking in front of you, like down, like view behind, pointed.
All right, call out for your friend then. Come on, let's get this over with.
Nelson, we have a problem. There's like a shuffling.
I hate you.
What?
I love that name choice.
I don't know if there's a reference there that I'm not getting. So, like like a little rummaging downstairs. You hear, no longer in the sitting room, but seems to be in one of the other rooms downstairs. Stops. You hear a call over, just kind of like yelling out, going, "What kind of problem? You might want to come out and see it. I just be slow, please." And out of one of the guest rooms downstairs, a large tiger comes out, hand like in the like in his suit jacket, like through the front, where obviously there'd be some sort of holster of some sort, peeks out, sees you, sees the bat, and kind of like, do a mind observation check for me, please.
He's just doing a risk assessment in his head right now. He's like, do I just shoot anyway?
Yeah, it wasn't a hard check. He's doing an yeah, he is checking to see, how much do I value this person's life? Is this worth it? It's like back to you, back to him, back to you, back to him, back to you, back to him. And then steps out. His hand doesn't leave his suit jacket. Hey there, friend. We seem to be at an impasse.
You can certainly say that. Seems to be a little bit pistols at dawn in this, ain't it now? Right, me old China. Obviously, you see I've got your pal, if you consider him a pal, in a bit of a sticky situation. And I see that you're armed yourself. So, I'm willing to offer you something. I'm willing to let you both go. Nice and quiet like. And that'll be the end of that. Whatever you was trying to look for, you've been rumbled. Or, we can have a big old shoot up right here. You probably won't be able to search for much either, because this is a nice neighbourhood and I think the police would come pretty quickly. So, either we end up with having 2 dead bodies that you got to explain, potentially, or we end up with a situation where you both get to walk out alive. But either way, whatever it is you're looking for, I think you and I both know you've lost your chances on that. What do you reckon?
I think I'm gonna need you to make a check.
Oh no.
He's asking you to roll some dice, just like.
Yeah, I'm gonna need you to make a. Need you to make a body negotiation check. That or a body presence check. I think both. Either one.
Oh, my body is so crap. Is there anything here that I can use? Oh
You
my
could
Can't use
leverage
stealth.
your personality. Your personality could be a thing you could leverage here if you want to use that.
greedy.
Yeah, you're greedy so you don't get shot.
Doesn't really work as well.
You want to You want to live.
Yeah, he's
I want
greedy.
to
He
live.
just
That's
wanna-
more like coward, but coward's more an evasion type thing.
I don't know. That'd be. Well, coward wouldn't really apply here either, because if you were a
Yeah.
coward, you would have just snuck out and left these guys here.
I mean, I've got the type crooked.
Those dice are already being applied to your skills, is the thing.
Yeah, that's true.
Trait Stuff.
Yeah, that's true.
Career, species, and type are all being applied to your skills.
I'm just gonna have to hope that I roll very well in negotiation.
What about speed presence? Because he's being fast talking. He's fast talking this.
That would be the fast talk skill.
That would be the fast talk skill, but he doesn't have the fast talk skill. I'm saying he's not threatening. He's not trying to twist him up with words. He's not trying to do anything like that. You are actively threatening and trying to intimidate them into leaving while threatening the life of somebody he doesn't seem to care that much about. So at this point, it's more the fact that's tipping it slightly. that's like a little weight. You're trying to use the rest of it to kind of get it over the line. So yeah, I'd tell you negotiation definitely, but I'd say body would be the best one for that, because you're.
How about will? I know it's a weird one to throw.
Flip a coin dice. If it's a plus, you can use mind instead of body.
Oh, that's cocked on my screen, but all right.
All right,
Yeah.
then you can do mind negotiation if you would like. Okay, give me 1 second here. You fucking son of a bitch. God damn it.
He rolled the highest he could with that one dice. So
Good roll.
Harry's out here just.
I just
straight-
rolled his check. It was a versus check, so opposed. He had 2d6s to roll against your 2d6s, and he rolled 2 1s.
Oh, so he
He fumbled.
Yeah, he fumbled.
Well, yeah, but you can't really do any fumbling with this, just in the sense that this works. You see him. There's like a split second where he's like, I might be able to take you, and then the fight leaves him at that point. His hand leaves his jacket. All right. You made a good case. Pete, let's go. And he starts walking towards the back door. His hands are out of his pockets now.
Sorry, what did you say there? Pete, did you?
Pete.
Yeah, Pete is the bat. Nelson is the tiger.
Pete and Nelson.
Nelson's a great name for a tiger / a cat. I kind of want a cat called Nelson.
This is Nelson, my tabby.
No, it's just pure grey.
Yeah, it works
Or
too.
like a blue. Or a blue.
Or a Rex. That works for a Rex too, actually, Nelson.
I've never had a cat that wasn't a ginger cat. I've only had ginger cats. Never had any other color.
I've had a
don't know
couple
why.
different cats in my life. Had a ginger cat though. They were adorable. They were a great cat.
They shed so much.
They do. They are
They
adorable.
shed so much. I'd
All
like a blue.
gingers do.
Yeah, I'd like a blue actually, because I know
It's a
they don't
genetic
shed as
thing
much.
with gingers.
Yeah. Well, they're always shedding a coat, their undercoat. This is the thing. Even if they're shorter haired, they're always shedding an undercoat. So yeah, he starts going towards the back door, staying an equidistant away from you. Do you let Pete go as well?
I'm going to let him. Yeah, I'm going to let him go, but I'll match pace with them so that I keep them in range with my pistol out. But I'm letting them go. I'm not holding like Pete right up near me, if that makes sense.
You're not putting the pistol in his back.
Yeah.
Right. Okay. So you do so every so often. He looks over his shoulder, just checking to see you're still there. They go through the door into the kitchen and to the back door, where you can see there is a lockpick still jammed into the door lock. There, it looks fairly firmly jammed in there. And they just walk through. They make no motion to go and pick that up, and they leave. You can see they get out a certain distance. Their hands start going down slightly, and they're still walking towards the back gate to the house on the opposite side of the property that's past the hedge, where they came in from. I'm assuming you keep an eye on them until they leave your vision.
Yep.
Okay. Once they leave your vision as they get into the opposite yard, and now you are alone. You have your pistol out. There is a door that has a jammed lockpick in the door lock, and you just averted a gunfight in the alderman's home.
Using my stealth.
Using your stealth and very limited other skill sets.
The luck of the draw.
Yeah.
The luck of the British?
I mean, in this case, it seems applicable for a change.
Yeah. What
And
do
then
you do?
you see Midge's dice rolls.
Yeah.
No.
Yeah.
I'm saying his character, because his character's British. No, my character's American, so that's out.
Yeah. So what do you
No,
do
Midge's
after
looks
that
is
has?
decidedly a 1.
I'm going to try and get that lockpick out the door so I can shut it.
Okay. No, that thing's. Nothing's impossible because it's just a lockpick. But yeah, that thing's pretty hard jammed in there. It seems they might have failed a roll or two before they got the door open.
That would be how I heard them.
Yeah. Finally get the thing unjammed in there, and you can see it's like bent in a weird way, and you're not totally sure if that lock still works. but close the door. And at that point, do you just stay in the house and you're just waiting? But this time, far more less at ease than previously. Far more keyed up with the pistol out of the holster, waiting. Okay, you do so. Then we shall go to the Alderman.
Oh boy.
Alderman. It's past the afternoon. The opening ceremony went off without a hitch. The mayor is loving it. The press are loving it. It's great. The band is not as good as it could have been, but hey, it's music, and it's got that feel of live music, which that's a draw for a lot of people. And you're at the kind of post-event luncheon that you organized. So you're in the main terminal where everybody will eventually be able to get tickets and wait for planes before going onto the tarmac to board. And what you've got set up there's just like a few tables that aren't like super extravagant, like the equivalent of I don't know if you guys are familiar with turn of the century American like bars and saloons, but they would have like a lunch table is a common thing, a free lunch table that if you buy a beer that you got free lunch. It's equivalent kind of to that. There's fixings for decent sandwiches, a couple of like pickled eggs, things like, just cheap but nice food kind of for anybody to have there. And it's kind of just at this point there's individuals just talking. There's little like impromptu interviews going on with a few of the press members. There's a few individuals that will be in charge of the airport now, like kind of talking with some of the press that are there. It's much more laid back. All told, you think it went well, other than that weird situation with Freddie that you heard about like maybe 20 minutes ago, and you haven't heard anything since then.
Probably about now that I start getting a little bit worried about that then.
Okay, would he?
Yeah,
Laurence
I sent Laurence to go check on Freddie and come back, and Laurence has not come back. So now I'm.
And you've known Laurence got shot before, and he still came back from that.
So, what does Alderman Jack Andrews do?
I'm gonna.
The chief of police is right there.
Yeah, is the chief of police with me?
Not with you. He's with the mayor, but
I'm gonna go to the chief of police.
Okay, yeah, you head over to the chief of police. He's got like a little plate in front of him, and he seems to he has just a lot of like snack foods that's like couple of handfuls of like, not like he didn't make a sandwich or anything. It's mostly the fixings, but he's having them individually. Like, so it's like he's got a couple of slices of cucumber, like a couple of like slices of ham, or I guess the equivalent, or some that kind of stuff. Like he's just eating them by itself. He didn't have bread. And yeah, he's talking with looks like just an individual from the press. You kind of come in mid conversation, and you hear they seem to be talking about the attack on the riverboat. Actually, and the chief is giving like he's evading a lot of answers, but he's like, the press individual isn't writing things down in a notebook, but you can see, the press. You've been a part of the public life. He's fishing for off the record.
Scoop.
Yeah.
Chief Almeida, may I excuse me, gentlemen, may I speak to you for a moment?
I forgot what this person's species is.
Forrest Almeida, I have no idea what
I'm pretty sure you mentioned it to me when I was serving him drinks in the Red Diamond.
No, I got it.
At the start of this campaign.
Forrest, he's a rabbit.
That's what it was.
That's right, yeah.
Right, yeah, he's a rabbit. I have them all written down. I just forgot off the top of my head because instead of there only being 7 species or races inside this game, there are an infinite number of them. Yeah. So I'm just pouring myself something to drink.
He cracked open a cold one.
Yes, a cold Dr. Pepper.
Nice.
Not sponsored.
Not yet. Please contact us, Dr. Pepper, if you will.
Yeah, and if you don't, it's going to be Dr. Thunder next time.
Yep.
Or Mr. Pibb.
Anyway,
Mr. Pibb. Yep. That'll do.
You don't want that.
No, I don't want that.
Chief Almeida, may I speak to you for a moment? Privately?
Sure. Little rabbit.
Yeah. Sorry.
Sure, Alderman. What can I help you with?
I'm having a little bit of an issue with my private security. They were sent to investigate an issue that might have been happening on the outer bounds of the event, and I'm a little bit worried because they were due to come back but have not. Would you mind gathering a few of your best officers and checking it out? They were heading over to one of the hangars because they saw some suspicious individuals hanging around there.
Private security, is that the real shady Jaguar that follows you around everywhere?
No, the far less shady Irishman, the wolfhound, and
the dog
and my driver,
the scrawny, the scrawny kid. Got it. Okay, yeah.
Last time that Roman's saving your ass.
The kid went missing. The kid went kind of off the radar first. That's not unusual, but the wolfhound's got his wits about him, and if something feels off, so I would be. I feel like you and your officers be involved.
Sure, I'll get a couple of uniforms to just check around, see if.
Yeah, mainly over at the.
You sure they don't have like a dame that they're seeing off on the side or something like that? We're not trying.
They're my guys are very on it when it comes to business.
All right.
I haven't had that kind of.
Yeah.
I haven't had that issue before, but
Yeah. I'll send them out. They'll check.
And I point out the hangar as well, the one that they was specifically told to me.
Yeah, because I told him which one it was.
Right. So yeah, you do so, and the chief kind of just makes his way, like, not in a rush, over towards one of the uniforms.
I wouldn't think of any real reason to rush other than my paranoia as a character yet. So
other than your meta knowledge as a player,
your meta knowledge, and also the fact that recently you realized you've become a target.
Yes, yeah, it's my paranoia that I'm a target and my bodyguards aren't around anymore.
The one bodyguard who was like, "I should stay with you," you told to go find out what was wrong.
Very true. Okay, so cool. That while that's happening, go ahead and make a mind observation check for me, Mr. Alderman.
Oh no.
Oh no.
One success.
A success on a D4 is a welcome sight.
That's a 25% chance.
Yes,
well
it
done.
is.
It's a very welcome sight.
Yeah. Okay. So you see the chief go off and start talking with a few uniforms, and you don't necessarily have any reason to really worry. So your focus shifts slightly. You're here to make sure that the mayor is, distracted for a time.
Oh yes.
And also, honestly, this is an amazing propaganda, or not propaganda.
Absolutely.
This is an amazing campaign. Campaign, not propaganda. Campaign.
No, this is upping my status in the city, and I'm getting in as many of the photos and as everything as possible.
So you
the mayor doesn't know you. He likes you.
The mayor knows me, but the people really need to know me. I'm the new kid on the block, but I'm gonna.
So you kind of like melt back into that, and about maybe 5 or 10 minutes later, you're just in like a little crowd of individuals are all talking, amongst each other. Nothing really. It's a couple of pressers that aren't really fishing for a story from you, but you're just they're well. It doesn't seem like initially, but they're kind of wanting to get like some info on what happened at the boat and you know your your harrowing experience and how you got out and all that kind of stuff. You know.
Yeah, I'd let them know.
Yeah. Yeah. So there's a bit of that. And an individual, you hear an individual come up beside you, and it looks to be it sounds like a server. Because there's a few servers that are just bringing around like nicer hors d'oeuvres, but drinks as well, but not like non-alcoholic drinks. So like you know, like sparkling water, that kind of stuff. Everything, and you hear a voice to the side. Sparkling water, Mr. Alderman.
No, thank you.
You look over, and there is a quite tall deer with a scar on his side of his face. Just has an hors d'oeuvre table, dressed in the uniform of a waiter.
I've been described as what Patrick Muldoon looks like, right?
Oh yeah, you know. You immediately know, and you see he knows you know. And he's not giving any other indication from there. There's no like movement or anything, but he's just holding up the hors d'oeuvre tray.
Gentlemen of the Associated Press, this is a real person you should talk to. This is a Mr. Patrick Muldoon, who is well known to be an affiliate of the Turner gang who ran the barge that where the event happened. He'd have some true insight into the matter.
Just give me 1 second here.
Oh boy. Oh boy. That's a fast talk roll if I've ever heard one.
Yeah, but it's an opposed fast talk roll, so give me a fast talk roll.
So this will be my will, presence, fast talk.
Could you persuade your ambitiousness into that, maybe? Because it's ambitious.
This wouldn't be ambition.
This
It's
is
an ambitious
will,
move, though.
Just for reference, you'll have to beat a 7, a 4, and a 5.
He just beat a 7.
presence.
Okay,
Fast
use your
talk.
extra dice.
Oh. So the 8 beats the 7.
The 8 beats a 7.
Yeah. The
I've
4
got
beat the
3
4 and the 4
successions.
matches. Yeah.
4 and 4
4
matches.
4 matches. And then
Oh, there's a 5 there, but you get the highest roll out of that. So there's a split second where you do that, and they look over towards Mr. Muldoon. And he looks over and says, "I believe you're mistaken, Mr. Alderman." And he goes from this facade of service to then taking the tray down and now holding it with some authority. He says, "Actually, I am the newly hired head of the mayor's personal security. I'm just here to keep an eye on all of the individuals currently at this party. If you'd like to talk with my employer, he's right over there, and I believe he's more than willing to provide some personal interviews for his plans on the new park going up uptown." But you didn't hear that from me. And he winks, and there's a couple of seconds, and they just kind of nod. With a couple of them are a little like, wait, this is just two diametrically opposed things that were just said.
This is very different. What the?
This is very different. You have authority. This individual doesn't, is dressed in a waiter's costume, but he does speak with authority. And they look over towards the mayor, look over towards him, and then most of them kind of shift over to the mayor to go talk with him. That. Cheers, Mr. Alderman.
Heard a lot about you.
Oh, I'm sure. You have a good one. Just wanted you to know.
Enjoy the
And
sparkling
he
water.
walks.
It's on the city's dime.
And walks away. The tray is left on a table and kind of melts into the crowd with a very high stealth roll you probably can't beat.
Yeah, I've got no observation. I'm gonna go.
Do you check the sparkling water? See if there's a note there before you go.
No, that wasn't given to me. Was it?
Well, no, it's on a tray, isn't it? You left it there.
Did he?
Did
He left a tray on the table.
Yeah.
You saw him put the tray on the table.
I'm not moving away from
The crowd.
my safety net of cameras, mayor, police. I'm right now. It's like that was brazen as fuck for him, so I had to double back with brazen as fuck. So
Fair. That's fair.
All right. Wait, did we get raided while I was doing that whole
Yeah, we
a
did.
little bit.
Oh,
Yeah.
cool. Didn't know.
Thank you, Pathfinding Adventures, for the raid.
Yeah. That was out of nowhere. So, yeah, that happens. I'm just gonna need a Laurence, can you just make an up or down? Can you just make the plus or minus dice roll? And
Heads or tails? Do you want me to call it anything, or do you want me to just roll it?
just roll it.
It's a blank die.
Line it on the side. Go again.
Wow. There's an option
On
for
the
that.
side.
On the side. Go again. It'll hit
Minus.
something eventually. Got it. Okay. So it's about a half hour later. Alderman Jack. It's about a half hour later. Things are starting to wind down in the party. There hasn't been any. You haven't spotted him again, and there hasn't been any big, like other revelations or anything that's disrupted the party or the luncheon. Until you see a couple of individuals wearing nicer suits go up to the mayor and talk to him like under their breath, like next to his ear, and he like listens, nods a bit, gets like a sour kind of look on his face, like a sad look, and then like looks over. He's like looking out over the crowd, meets your eyes, and he gives you like the wave over.
We go over.
Oh boy.
You get close, and he does his thing. He's getting close. He doesn't want anybody knowing that he's trying to say something like privately to you. Practice motion for politicians
And lawyers.
and lawyers.
Of
yeah.
which I'm
So-
both.
Yes, you have advantage in this.
You
Trifecta.
actually in this thing. Yep.
And you haven't actually seen the mayor like this quite often. He's very serious at this point. A lot of that facade is dropped of the outgoing publicity hound. He goes down and says, Jack, just wanted to tell you you've got they found one of your boys out at one of the hangars. Some of my boys did. They got him put on an ambulance. They didn't want to disrupt anything. He's okay, but you might want to go to, the general hospital and see what's going on with that. They said he something happened. They don't know for sure. He might have fell, but I don't know.
Thank you, Mr. Mayor, for bringing that to my attention. Thank you. Continue to enjoy the event. I will.
Just your other boy, the scrawny ass one, the young one. He's out by the car if you need to be driven.
In times like this, I'm gonna. I need to contact my head of security and sort of thing. So I will be around here for a moment. It's a shame that he's gotten injured, but the city comes first.
Yeah.
But thank you.
Just try and keep it low. We don't want to disrupt the mood.
I'm gonna find a payphone.
Okay. All right.
there
Cell
be
phones
one
won't be invented for another 60 years. So
Payphone.
where? Yeah, I know. I'm saying, where are you calling?
The house. Calling my house.
The house. Okay. So you call up the house. Harry, after having just forced out two individuals by gunpoint, you get freaked the fuck out by the phone ringing next to you as you're sitting down with the gun.
Jump scared.
You're just there with the gun in your pocket.
Yeah, the gun's like out, like next to you, like on the chair arm.
He's a soldier. He has it in his lap. It's in his lap right now, and he's just sitting there, just going, "What the fuck." Yeah. You so you answer.
Hello, Alderman's residence.
Oh, fuck off.
Harry, something bad's happened. I think Laurence is
Yeah,
gone.
no shit. Something bad's happened.
Laurence is in General Hospital. I need you to get down to City Hall and let Roman know that our friend with the Antlers was here. He's working for the mayor.
And
then I need you to get over the city General Hospital and stay with Laurence.
Governor, I might not be able to do that because we had a bit of a pickle here.
What's going on?
There were two gentlemen that were ransacking through, having a good old butchers of all your stuff and your business, and I had to hold them up by gunpoint and march them out.
Well, I think... Jesus.
And they kind of broke the lock of one of your doors by picking it. Looks like they didn't do a very good job of it, but yeah. So this building is not very secure at the minute.
Gotta sneak in that professional critique.
Definitely.
Like any good tea leaf.
Yeah.
But do you think you can get out without being seen? Because if they think you are there, they're not going to come back.
I mean, I could,
That
but
is
it's
your
still leaves
wheelhouse.
place.
Right now, there's very little.
Listen, I don't know if these guys are related at all. They mentioned that they were looking for some dirt on you. And it sounded like they might be working for the government agency of some kind, but not
That's all we
part
need.
of the
Feds.
government. Well, no, these guys weren't feds. I think they're getting paid off by the feds to do this.
Gil? Or Glenn?
It was who were they? It was a tiger called Nelson, and what was this other geezer? Oh yeah, it was a bat called Pete.
Right. Well, either way, if you can. No, wait.
Jim, how long until like the staff would normally get in?
It would be late. It'd be late today because you specifically knew you weren't going to be in for lunch because you were going to have a luncheon. So it'd be dinner would probably be when most of the staff would be coming in. The chefs would be coming in around that point. Most of the home staff that work don't live there. They come in to clean in the morning and then they leave like before. So they've probably already done their work today, which is probably why they felt they could come in and get there. So it would be a couple hours. It'd be a couple hours. It would be starting getting close to dinner when you think the rest of the staff would be getting in there. The chef gets in a little earlier, but but that's still a couple hours away. I think that's a difference of like an hour.
Okay, Harry, stay there, but if you think the coast is clear and you can get over to the general hospital, that's fine. I've got an idea as to how to get a hold of Roman.
Alright, boss, I'll make my way over.
Okay, so I'm going to make another call to the coffee shop that I know Roman tends to frequent when he's in that part of town.
For reference, because I think we're mixing this up a little bit, the coffee shop is not near the place where the mayor's like office and stuff is. It's a couple of districts.
Oh, I thought that was like
districts
the other
away.
side of like the road to the the thingy house.
No,
that was
he stayed at like one of those like street level cafes that are open for government employees mainly. Like last time he was there, he was just at a table there.
I thought that was the one he went.
No, that's like an actual that's like a full diner that he goes to.
No, with the I'm trying to think of it. It wasn't. It was one of those armadillo. Was that who?
Yeah, it was an armadillo.
Yeah, that's what I'm thinking of. Yeah.
Okay.
The nice guy who let Roman have a tab.
Yeah.
His family, Roman, nobody else.
Yeah.
Okay.
Only some family.
I guess I'm staying here until everything really starts to die down.
Are you? Is that meta knowledge? Just asking, because
No,
Freddy's
because
there.
he's the kind of person who was in charge of the whole thing. If he leaves, it's noticed.
Yeah,
if
like
he leaves,
it
everyone
would
knows.
be against my ambitious personality to leave this event, no matter how
Okay.
paranoid I am.
All right. I'm just keeping you honest.
And
Yeah,
for
no,
the
it's-
moment, it's still one of the safer places to be because you're in front of cameras still.
So,
Yeah.
Roman.
You get shot.
No, I'd have found a way around that situation rather than walking headlong into it and abandoning my charge.
He told me to do it, man. That was my order. I'm a soldier. I'm not a fucking fixer.
You're a bodyguard. You're supposed to do everything to protect your charge first, not abandon your post to go and find someone else.
He told me to do it.
It was my.
He told me to do it.
Then you refuse him. You do what Roman would do and say, "Shut up."
I'm gonna quickly go off hands. I need to make a phone call. But continue
When
on.
there was no phone calls back in that
Well,
days,
there is.
yeah.
There is. He just has to go to a payphone. He has to go down the street.
He brings out an iPhone. Yeah, I can hear you.
Yeah.
It's a really
No,
bad
cell-
signal, though. It's almost like I'm in another
towers don't
time
exist
zone.
yet. Yeah, another time zone.
That's a good one. That's a good joke.
Yeah, that is a good one.
Yeah.
So, Roman, you're second way through this newspaper that you bought this morning for your cover when Lena sits down next to you on the bench.
What's up?
Mission somewhat successful. I need to talk to Harry though. We should go home.
Well, you don't.
We?
I've only got to page 8.
How many times have you read it?
Well, technically 4, but that's beside the point. I've not actually read it yet.
Where's your accent?
Bite me.
I would
I'm ready
suggest
to go
that
when
rabbit
you are.
teeth hurt. I would suggest that rabbit teeth hurt. Bad idea.
All right, let's go.
All right, where are you going?
Back to the house.
Back to the house. Okay. So you take you'd have to take public transport or walk there. So yeah, so it takes you a bit to get there because you wouldn't have the car because Freddy's got the car. Good old Freddy. So it takes you about, I'd say, an hour. We're at about 2 p.m. when Harry, you hear the front door open. What does Harry do?
Arm himself and then get to a position to look at the front door and see who's coming in without necessarily putting himself out at risk.
Right. You see Miss La Pan and Jack like taking off like their like jackets, like outer jackets.
Oh, thank fuck for that.
What?
We had some unexpected visitors.
Cops? Turners?
Neither. Well, they might have been working for cops, but they weren't cops themselves. A couple of guys coming in here looking for dirt on the Alderman. We were looking for something specific because they were talking about trying to find something either upstairs or down. They mentioned that they were looking for dirt, and they may or may not have been working for the government, but they didn't seem like feds to me. So they might have been getting paid off by the feds.
Okay, so they were looking for dirt.
Mm-hmm.
Papers.
Yeah, they were having a good old rummage in the bookshelf.
It'll be the newspapers.
Maybe, but they're armed, so...
You're armed, Harry.
Well, yeah, but I'm not a journalist.
I'm armed. Everyone in the city's armed.
I'm not.
Yeah, but these guys broke in, so...
Yeah, and you think papers aren't gonna just break in to get some dirt on a leading story on a leading alderman who's going for a senatorial position?
I don't know, they didn't come across as the journalist type. They came across as more the, Gee, I think the newspaper would hire a big old tiger armed to the teeth, quite literally, to come breaking in just to look for some dirt.
Possibly. I know I would.
No, it was a pen he was going for.
Well, alright then, if you think so. Either way, they've made a bit of a business at the back door.
Okay, is the service staff in now?
It'd be like an hour before the chef got in.
Not yet.
Right.
I've got to make a trip over to the General Hospital anyway. It seems Laurence got himself into a spot of bother.
What?
And the alderman?
Alderman's fine, but I don't really know much more than that.
I'll come with you.
No. You stay here until we get the service staff in. Try and get a locksmith at the back door. Harry, get yourself over to the General Hospital. When the service staff are here, get a cab. Put it on the alderman's account, go across to Laurence. You two there, I'm happy you're out of the way and safe. I need to get a cab to get to the alderman.
Yeah, can do.
All right. And break. So, I guess the first thing would be well, since Jack's leaving since Roman's leaving the house to immediately go towards the alderman, get a cab, then you would arrive not too long afterwards on the outskirts of the airport in the main parking lot.
Okay. Find the alderman.
Find the alderman. Okay.
I'm on
Right.
full
Currently.
bodyguard mode now.
Yeah, no. we have to find the alderman as well.
The alderman is currently occupied.
He's not here right now.
Well, take care of Harry and Lena then.
Oh, there.
Oh, there he is.
No, I'm here. I'm listening. It's just the slight off-camera stuff is happening. I thought I was needed for a phone call, but a person can't talk, but they're messaging me. But yes, what's the going on? I had headphones off.
Rowan has arrived at the airfield or the airport, and
Okay.
he is looking for you. Where would the alderman be?
With my back, I would like to away from as many windows as possible, near the mayor. I'm near the mayor or the chief of police, probably, and just continuing the facade of public servant.
Right. Roman, what is your method of getting the attention of the alderman? Are you getting into his eye line, or are you actively going to him?
He's smoozing, so I position myself right directly in his eye line and do the...
When I eventually notice him, I excuse myself and go right over to him at a disguised but quickened pace.
Boss,
Hmm.
heard about Laurence?
Mm-hmm. You hear about
Heard about the
Muldoon?
house?
Hear about Muldoon?
What has he done?
He's here. Or he was. Came right up to me.
Okay. Right.
He's now the head of
After-
security for the mayor. Which he announced out loud after I outed him for being a Turner. So,
clever.
Yeah, very.
No, he's just announced that the mayor's in the turner's pocket. Which means, more than likely, the cops are too.
Roman, there's one final thing.
What?
Freddy went off because he thought he saw Muldoon.
Right.
He told Laurence to go after him. Freddy's back, Laurence isn't.
We'll talk about that later. If you ever tell your bodyguard to leave again, you won't need a bodyguard in the future. You get that?
Touche. Right. I will excuse myself and gonna.
Yeah, we'll get Freddy to take you home, and I'll have some words.
Yeah.
We still got that shed out back, away from the property.
There is a tool shed in the garden.
Good.
But yeah, let's get out of here first. So I go, I excuse myself, say my goodbyes to the mayor, act as if nothing's a problem, just say that I've got to go, but the mayor obviously knows that I'd like to let him know, like, give him that look of, I'm now gonna go do the thing, and I get out of here.
Okay. So are you taking a cab or what's the...
No, we're getting Freddy.
We're going in the car with Freddy.
Okay.
Freddy?
Give me a mind observation check.
Freddy is covered in my blood. Is that the two of them, I should ask, as well?
Yeah.
Two.
Jax. Give me a mind
The
observation.
Jacks.
Oh wow, I didn't fail.
Wow, nice. Oh, that was almost a 4. I almost saw that.
I got 2.
Hey, yeah, you did succeed at least one, Andrews. So, Roman, you see nobody at the car.
Boss, stay away from the car. Let's go back inside, ring a cab.
All right, you do so. A couple of minutes later, cab arrives. And where do you go?
General Hospital.
General Hospital. Okay. We're going to try and bring back the disparate groups of this party, at least trying to build up the components back together.
I'm in a hospital bed. I don't know what you're saying, man. I've done nothing.
I know, I'm trying to get him to you.
And Harry's on his way to him. As soon as the service staff turn up, La Pan's on her way in a cab as well, and we're going to the hospital. So you just basically fast forward where everyone gets there.
You're all at the hospital now.
There you go.
You're all at the hospital. You all
We're all
arrived
in
mysteriously.
the same building.
And I did that for you.
Well, no, I was just thinking about the time span, but yeah, no, you all mysteriously arrive at the same time at the hospital. Harry, your trip took way longer than you thought.
The space-time continuum was all fucking...
You walked there.
Only because Alderman used his cell phone.
Yeah. So
Create
you're all at the
time
hospital.
disturbance.
Yeah, you're all at the hospital. And you're able to easily get the room number, etc. And Laurence, this whole time, you've been kind of in and out for a while. You remember getting picked up by some people. They weren't like...
Do I remember what happened?
Yeah, you heard Freddy say something, and La Pan had stopped existing. Apparently. Yeah.
Tonight is a night of wonders, apparently, with us.
Red's having problems with a computer.
It's
Okay.
No.
Don't worry about it.
All right. Yeah, you remember Freddy saying something.
Yep.
Then a gunshot that was was very close to you, and like a searing pain across the side of your right scalp, and you hitting your head on a concrete pillar that was standing next to you.
Brain trauma. Gotta love that.
You jerked your head away from the bullet graze, you basically knocked yourself out.
Yep.
Onto the ground.
Nice. Gotta love CTE.
Thus explaining the fact that while you did get knocked out by being shot, you actually did not suffer a gunshot wound. You have a graze on your head and a massive concussion from knocking yourself out on concrete.
My fucking brain.
But you remember kind of in and out for a little while. You got picked up by some people. They're kind of just shapes in your mind. You got loaded up onto like onto an ambulance and then taken to the hospital. And it's just kind of been, you're in a hospital bed. Yeah, you're in a hospital.
I've had a concussion. Yeah. I know what that situation's like. You don't quite know what is going on.
Yeah, you're kind of coming down from that right now. You're kind of like starting to like focus a bit more. Both eyes are focusing now instead of just one kind of thing. Right around the same time when the dividers pulled open and there's your four co-workers / bosses just like
he just
in front of you,
like very, very harshly, like the light's hurting him, which it is.
You all see Laurence. He has a slightly bloodied bandage on his right side, like above and to the right of his right eye. And like I can't. What would they do for concussion in this time period? I have no idea about medical.
Yeah, I don't think they know anything about concussion.
They wouldn't do anything. Yeah, it's just kind of a lot. Well, they probably have on a bit of painkiller for the gunshot.
And he's gonna know it's gonna be an aspirin, and then we're gonna try and keep him awake. That's what it will be in the period.
Yeah. So you're just kind of like you're in one of those propped up beds, just kind of.
Lawrence.
Hey, Roman.
Hey.
It's like an effect. Lawrence.
Hey, why is
so Roman reaches over and just goes, "Hey, Lawrence, look at me, buddy.
I see 4 of you. Which one is you?"
Doesn't matter. I want just make sure you understand what I'm saying.
That one. And he just puts his hand up and like touches nothing.
Yeah. Okay. So no changes there. Then he's still stupid. Okay.
I heard that, Roman. And
right.
Yes, I am stupid. I know this.
Right. Just want to say.
Yeah.
You're getting a reprieve right now, but as soon as you're back up on your feet, I'm gonna kick the living shit out of you for abandoning your charge. Okay?
It was his idea.
I don't care. He says you leave. You say over my dead body.
I did say that, and he told me to go anyway.
And you left. So, still gonna kick your ass. About now, Miss La Pan is gonna jump in and make me be civil.
Here, my brain, I don't know what to do right now.
Look, kid, I got shot as well. He was just as harsh, but I am very sorry that you had to take a bullet for me.
I'm pretty sure I'm older than you. I'm pretty sure.
Yeah, but
in the middle of this conversation, a doctor comes up that is just like stereotypical stethoscope around his.
Hey, Doc. How am I doing?
Oh, Mr. Laurence. Mr. What's your last name?
O'Shea.
Mr. O'Shea. You got lucky. When you took that fall, you only cut one side of your face, and it seems to be a mild concussion. So we're gonna keep you under observation for a few hours. And if there's no other complications that arise, we'll double check that your stitches are holding, and you'll be able to go home.
Cool. I ruined my suit, didn't I? Fuck.
He doesn't comment on that. Are any of you family or?
My boss, my co-workers.
Just pointing in different directions.
Yeah, it's just entirely different people.
This man was on my payroll protecting me when he took the injury. I naturally had to come make sure he was okay.
Right. From the people that brought him in, and or the people that came in with him that rode in the ambulance, looks like he might have slipped on an oil slick or something in the hangar and just beamed himself on one of the support pillars.
Yeah, that really hurt.
Yeah. So
Still hurts.
What about? Wait, is it obvious that there's a gunshot?
he didn't get shot. He got grazed by a bullet, which cut part of
So
his
Laurence knows
face.
Laurence heard a gunshot. That's in his head. He knows he got shot at, but he doesn't know by who. He heard Freddy
Basically,
say
to anybody else, it looks like the cut the cut was caused by him hitting the ground. The reason is because technically, if he failed as well as he did, he'd be dead by a gunshot effect. So to explain this away, he got grazed by a bullet, and his immediate reaction was to pull his head away, and he slapped himself into a concrete pillar so hard he knocked himself out.
which was better than dying.
Yeah, because he fumbled, so that's kind of how it works. So so everybody else, it looks like he just fell, he just slipped. And
Freddy has that XCOM aim, 95% chance to hit, 100% crit, still misses.
Well, Doc, I'll be paying for any of the treatment of my employer here, so
that's good. We were going to have to, because we're gonna have to bill him for the ambulance ride. So
absolutely, that's.
I forget that's a thing in this country.
Yeah,
it's a thing. It's a thing everywhere actually at the moment.
It's still here as well.
True.
Yeah.
Lena is just sort of
NHS is
creeping
until
up
after the Second
and
World War,
sitting
mate.
by his pillow.
Ow.
Yeah, I'm gonna take the doc and just start sorting out bill information.
Roman.
Basically.
He'll like Laurence raises his hand and just goes, Roman, come here. Where's Freddy?
I don't know. He's disappeared. Why?
I'm not quite sure what happened, but I got shot at. I don't know by who, but Freddy was there.
Gotta find Freddy.
I wish I could help you, Roman. I do this. Here I am again, banged up, leaving you to do all the dirty work.
Yeah, it's alright. Boss does it all the time. You kind of get used to it.
I'd said this last time, but I mean it this time.
Yeah, I
It
know.
won't happen again.
Uh-huh. You abandon your charge again, it won't have to happen again. I'll make sure of it.
I know.
Boss, we need to find Freddy.
Yeah.
I lean over and I look over at the other two. What's going on, guys? My brain is all over. I need to stay awake.
I can solve the staying awake. It's just gonna be really painful.
Shut up.
I can too. It's less
am I-
painful.
You're my friend, Roman, but shut the fuck up. I like you, Roman, but my god.
Lawrence,
Yeah.
I'm over here.
There's like 7 of you in this area right now, Roman. Whichever one of you is the right one. Just assume I'm pointing at that one. I don't know if it's the painkillers or the head trauma, but also this side of my head, and he taps the side that isn't the bullet wound, and he's like, bad idea. That's the one that, like, I can feel swelling. This is a gunshot wound. I've been shot before. I know what that feels like.
Ms. La Pan,
Oui,
stay with him.
with pleasure.
Boss, Harry, let's go.
Actually, hurry before you go. And I tell him what I found in the mayor's office and tell him the bits I didn't have a chance to look through, in case he's still going.
Yeah, he's still going. So where is it you didn't get to see?
So I checked thoroughly the pictures and the bookshelf, but I didn't open the desk and I didn't open the filing cabinets. So you need to take some lockpicks. I think the key to the office is in the top drawer of the secretary's desk.
Okay.
You guys.
And for it's all you're just hearing is just it's like reverb and echo, just kind of.
Yeah, he's just like sitting there like, this sounds like a really good plan. Yeah.
Good plan.
We don't have a car.
I'll get that sorted, boss. Don't worry.
For reference, by the way, just so you know, Lena got through both of the first two, the shelves and the walls. Didn't get through any of the desk, but you did get through one drawer of the filing cabinet. You got through the bottom one.
Yeah,
so
bottom drawer. Oh, and before the Alderman and Roman go, there is a meeting happening on the 20th. We need to follow the mayor.
I'm beginning to think the Turners have a bit of dirt on the mayor, considering Muldoon is now his head of security. That doesn't happen by chance.
Oh, fuck.
Oh, you heard that.
You
Just
heard that?
I'm struggling to process most things, but I understand that's a bad thing.
I think that.
Thing.
If I'm honest, friends, I think now is when we loop in our favorite inspector.
Yeah.
Not a bad idea.
Yeah, we can also see if he can get a guy to go down and get the car.
Exactly.
I really need to smoke.
I'm gonna like catch a nurse as she walks past. Nurse, where's the nearest payphone here?
Oh, lobby.
Thank you.
Did the doctor check my smokes?
All right.
No, he gave you
Someone,
extras.
let's go to a
It's the
payphone.
1920s. It's the 1920s.
Their prescription here.
You got, you got your complimentary set.
Right.
Yeah.
Miss La Pan, anything happens, any changes, call the house. I'll make sure they pass messages on, okay? Is there anything you need?
No.
All right. Harry, let's roll.
Good luck.
Okay, we're splitting the party again, but we go to a payphone.
It lasted for 10 minutes.
Yeah. Sorry. Wait, what was the place you used? I'm gonna write notes as I remember for next week. Where
Do you want me to
was-
pop them in Discord, Atari?
Yeah, please.
So, let's do the payphone first. Let's do the call. So, Jack, what do you? Who are you calling?
I'm calling the office of Inspector. Is it Gill? What's his name? Gill?
Yeah, I was stuck between Glenn and something else, I think.
Yeah, we'll ask him to meet us at the house.
Yeah.
Okay. So you call up his office, his secretary that you have talked to before, that you tried leaving a message earlier. You leave another message saying, disregard the last one, come to the house. Great. It is still a few days. He is not currently within the city limits. He is working outside of the city on assignment right now. Just kind of, so they say a few days. When he's available.
I'm gonna say to her to expedite that because the Alderman has information about his antlered friend. He'll want to know that, and I will make a persuasion or like sort of that kind of check to try and get her to forward on a message way before. Like if she has to call around field offices, I will even pay her to do it.
All right.
Because I have a rolling bribery that I never use.
That is true. I don't think you're going to have to.
Okay.
She will do so, and I will get this information to him as soon as possible and leave a message with your assistant at your home when I receive some information.
I really hope Gil isn't dead.
Yeah, same. Okay. Right. I'm gonna. We should just
We should just
Do you mind if we leave it there tonight, guys? I've got to go take care of something. But if you guys want to keep playing, I can just turn off the stream at the end.
No,
I need to.
I think that's a good stopping off point. We'll have another infiltration mission to start off next week, and
okay.
and do that. I think that works.
Well, guys, thank you everybody for watching. Sorry for the slightly delayed start and the slightly shortened ending here. But it was an exciting week, and we've got far more stuff to
More questions than answers.
we've got more questions than answers and stuff to sort out. But we will join us next week. Anyway, thank you so much to Commissar Roach for writing and DMing this campaign. As always, you can find him at youtube.com/Commissar Roach. I've also been joined by the wonderful Surelyonlymikey and UtariOnzo. You can get them at their Twitch channels of that name, as well as the dynamic duo of RivalZoneGaming and Red Moogle, who you can find at RivalZoneGaming, both on Twitch and on YouTube. I've been Midgeman. This has been the Component Cast. Remember that Elandor is out next week. We see you guys around. Bye-bye now.